Why, hello there. It's Colleen Cedric from Pet Nanny Coach, a company I created to help pet sitting business owners launch, grow, and multiply their pet businesses. And today we are on the topic of time. So many pet sitting business owners say, yeah, but Colleen, I don't have the time. But Colleen, I don't have the time. I'm out doing visits 15 hours a day. How do I have the time to grow the business? So I thought, you know what? I'm going to put together a mini training for you guys so that you can find the time to start working on the growth of your business. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen and start the presentation. All right, how to find time to work on your pet sitting business. One of the biggest struggles I see pet business owners struggle with is finding the time to work on their businesses. In my Multiply Mastermind program, I've devoted an entire module to designing a time management system because let's get real. If you can't make the time to work on your business, you're not going to be able to scale it. Learning to manage your time effectively is an absolute must. We all have the same allotted hours a day given to us, and we all will make the time for the things we want and care about. Why does the growth of your business fall to the bottom of that list? So step one in finding the time to work on your business is to figure out how you're using your time. So first, I want you to challenge your perspective around your time. I want you to look really hard at what's happening with your time. You have to study how you work and what you do with every single hour of every single day. This close study is the only way to recognize bad habits you've developed over time and get a comprehensive look at what's consuming your time so that you can make intentional shifts to find the time you need to work on your business. I have business owners who tell me they don't have a single minute to work on the growth of their business, but then every time I'm on Facebook, there they are. Social media is a giant time suck. If you're spending countless 10 to 20 minute pockets of time a day on Facebook or Instagram, I just found you more than an hour a day to work on your business. So let's find those time leaks. I want you to download my daily log sheet at successfulpetsitter.com. And I want you to log every single activity that you partake in each day for 7 to 14 consecutive days. And then I want you to categorize each activity. All right, so I have a whole workbook here for you guys at successfulpetsitter.com. Head over there and download it. All right, so you're going to be tracking every single thing that you do on your time log, and then we're going to categorize them. So the categories of time for this exercise is tactical work. This is you working in your business. Strategic work. This is you working on your business. And non-business related activities like family time. Not that that's a bad thing. We all need family time, but I still want you to categorize it. Netflix, Facebook, etc. And lastly, interruptions. These are huge. Telephone calls, computer problems, kids, etc. Text messages, news alerts on your phone. If you can figure out how you're constantly being interrupted, maybe putting the do not disturb on will save you an hour a day. That works for me. All right, so for example, let's say you did visits from 7 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. This would be tactical work. You entered phone calls and emails from 9:30 to 10:30 a.m., tactical work. You mapped out an email marketing campaign from 10:30 to 11:40 a.m., strategic work. From 11:40 a.m. to 12:10 p.m., you read your favorite celebrity blogs, non-business related. You get the picture. After 2 weeks of consistent tracking, you'll see trends and patterns emerge in both your activities and types of work you're focused on. How much strategic work are you doing, and how much tactical work are you doing? Also, what time of the day do you find yourself being most productive with your strategic work? I found out that I'm like really, really productive in the morning. As the day progresses, the less and less excited I am to do strategic work. You need to find that time and protect it. If it's 6 o'clock in the morning, you need to figure out how to get to that computer at 6 a.m. every morning so that you can maximize that productivity time. Tiger time. How often are you interrupted or distracted from completing a task? I just went over that. Really study those interruptions and consider what they suggest about your business systems and habits. Making connections like this allows you to begin the process of becoming more deliberate about how you're using your valuable time. Speaking of, I just got interrupted. I'm in the middle of recording. I did not put my phone on Do Not Disturb, and there it is, buzzing away. At least I have the sound off. Interruptions are huge, guys. Figure out how you're being interrupted and try to minimize those interruptions as much as you can. Step 2, embrace the strategic work of your business. It really is fun, you guys. Truth is, most pet sitting business owners are technicians at heart. They feel the greatest sense of reward when they're productive, working in their business and caring for their furry friends. And strategic work, thinking about and developing strategies that guide the direction of your business, can be frustrating to the technically driven person. It can feel at worst like a waste of time and at best like a luxury. But you need to shift this mindset. You need to believe that sitting and thinking about your business is actually incredibly valuable work. What's more, it's part of your job, the one you chose for yourself as an owner of a business. To stop and think differently about your business takes a massive shift in perspective. To break this mindset that built your business and got it to this point, you need to accept that doing the strategic work has a big payoff. And it really does, because if you don't take the time to think bigger than the day-to-day and to create the structure your business needs to grow, nothing's ever going to change. And I was stuck in that mindset for entirely too long. Just thinking of the day-to-day, what problems are in front of me, what can I fix right now, instead of looking at the bigger picture. So step 3, make the strategic work in your business a priority by planning your day ahead of time. This is huge. Working on your business is not extracurricular. It's not something you do on the weekend or at night after your kids are in bed. That would just be more of your life taken up by your business, which is exactly what we're trying to free you from. You absolutely must make space in your daily schedule to do this work, because as the owner, this is your true job. I want you to plan your day ahead of time. This is a huge piece of the puzzle. When you start being proactive instead of reactive with your time, things truly start to change, and it all begins with planning ahead. My challenge to you is to set aside 1 to 2 hours a day to solely work on your business. Think about what you could accomplish in a year if you committed at least 5 hours a week to business growth. That's 260 hours devoted to your business. Whoa. I want you to actually schedule this time on your calendar. If you don't schedule it, it's just wishful thinking and it will not happen. So every Monday through Friday from 5:30 a.m. to 7 o'clock a.m., I'm working on my business. The times can vary. It doesn't matter. This is simply a date you're making with yourself. Don't stand yourself up. That's very rude. If your day isn't set before it begins, there's no shot you'll ever find the space you need to work on strategic priorities. Every business owner goes to bed the night before with great intentions, but if you don't have the next day planned out, you inevitably fall into the familiar trap of having the day just happen to you. And before you know it, it's 8 p.m. and you wonder where the time went. So before your day begins, plan your schedule. Don't make it the first task of the day. Don't wake up and say, okay, I'm going to plan my day now. It needs to be done the day before. Because if you do it the day out, it won't happen. Something else like an email, a customer, some fire you have to put out will demand your immediate attention and your priorities will be sidelined. Sit down at the end of each day, the night before, or in the morning before you arrive at the office. I suggest the night before, at the very least, before you even step foot into your workspace, and get your priority tasks on your schedule. What I don't want happening is you sitting down at your desk where you work, checking your email, and then having the ambition of doing your daily planning. So if you're going to do it the morning of, do it before you enter your workspace so you don't get sidetracked. Oh, and step 4 is create systems for your life. At Pet Nanny Coach, creating systems for your business is a big part of what we do. Owners come to us looking for systems to give them control over all the critical parts of their businesses. to produce order out of chaos, to create consistency and predictability that eliminates overwhelm and boosts their business's value. Systems rule, guys. And yes, systems do all of this and can ultimately help you create a business that better serves the life you dream of having. But to truly transform your business, you also need systems in your life. In all my time working with business owners, I've learned not only how much business impacts life, but how life can impact business. Imagine this. Every morning you struggle to get your kids off to school, which creates a ripple effect. As a result, you get on the highway 10 minutes later than you want. A critical 10 minutes, that means traffic is much worse. So you get to your first visit later, which pushes out the next one. So the whole day you're playing catch up, and it all started with getting your kids out the door on time. Here's a system. Pack their lunches and lay out their clothes the night before. Kids get bathed the night before, and do not put the TV on in the morning. 4 very simple things that you can do that will keep you on track in the morning. I know this seems simple, but most won't create and stick to this system. I have a girlfriend, I was at her house one morning and it was like utter chaos. And the kids are always late and they don't have coats and they forget their lunches and they forget their money. And I'm thinking, if she just did these 4 things, her life would just be so much easier. But she won't do it. To help you work on yourself as a leader, work on yourself in your own life. Look at your life and ask what's happening that negatively impacts your ability to be present and conscious enough to do the strategic work of your business. Then develop a routine that takes you from a reactive to a proactive state of mind and stick to it. That's really the goal here. We're always trying to be proactive with our time instead of just reacting to things that happen to us day in and day out. All right, now we're at the end. To sum up, 4 steps for finding time to work on your business. Figure out how you're using your time. Embrace the strategic work of your business. Make the strategic work in your business a priority by planning your day ahead of time. And create systems for your life. All right, guys. So those are 4 awesome tips for helping you to find the time to work on your business. Like I said, you can download the daily time log at successfulpetsitter.com. And I really want you guys to focus on this. This really is the first step for so many of you guys because you guys are stuck in the day-to-day grind, 12 to 15-hour days. And if you don't make the time to work on your business, you're just going to stay stuck. And I don't want you to stay stuck. I know so many of you have aspirations to grow and multiply your businesses. And if you're not working on your business, it's not going to happen. It's not going to be real, but it can be real. First step is finding the time. All right. Thank you so much for being here.